Hello, all my Pisces. Welcome to your Pick a Turkey reading, where we're going to be looking into what you can grow through gratitude. And you're going to have three choices between three different turkeys. The first one's going to be this fancy artistic turkey. The second one's more this cartoonish turkey. And number three is going to be this black and white turkey. I'm going to start with number one. So if you want number two or number three, I'll put the timestamps in the description box below so you can jump to those. But you can choose as many turkeys as you want. We're having a turkey giveaway, so choose as many as you want. I'm going to start with number one. And like I said, if you want two or three, the timestamps are in the description box. So let's go. All right, my Pisces, if you chose turkey number one, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from these wild unknown archetype cards. And these are going to represent what the creator wants you to know, just about gratitude or what you can be grateful for. And then we will look into what you can grow from that gratitude. So creator, for our Pisces that chose turkey number one, what do you want them to know about gratitude? What can they be grateful for? Okay, so right here is the one that's calling out, and you've got the Bardo. And that's number L, which is 50 in the Roman numerals, I believe. And let's take a look here. Oops, went right past it. That must be the one right on the end here. There we go. So this is the liminal, the in-between, the transition. It's said that the Bardo is a place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us, or see visions of lives not yet lived. In the Bardo, there is a potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. The Bardo suspends us in a spaciousness for just long enough to open us to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. I love that. And says the Bardo is not to be feared. Take advantage of its energy by recognizing what needs to be resolved. Trust that there is a message for you from beyond. Who's speaking? Go ahead and listen. And it says, when the veil between this life and the next is thinned, energy is stirred, and this allows for remarkable healing and vision. And when you're in the light side of this energy, then you feel the spaciousness, you feel grace, you exude forgiveness, you see the capital T truths of life. And when you're in the darker side of this energy, you feel tormented, you feel dislocated, you are hallucinating, and transience feel around it. To go deeper into this energy, you can look into the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Also, The Lament of the Dead by James Hillman and Sonu Shamdasani. The last name is Shamdasani. So if you want to feel, if that resonates with you and you want to dig more into the energies around the Bardo, then definitely check those out. So what can you be grateful for? What can you have gratitude towards with the Bardo? And this is definitely, I feel like the message for this card is being grateful for the spaciousness that it's almost like, and it kind of looks like this, the eye of the storm. You have all this, you're literally all these skulls, all this fear that is going around on the outside of us in the chaotic world that we live on. But there's this beautiful place you can come into the middle of, like the hurricane, middle of the storm, and that there's this place that you can just feel that peace, and really that is where all the unconditional love, right? That space in between this world and the next, you feel this unconditional love. You hear from a lot of the near-death experiences where people, like, their heart stops beating and they leave their bodies and they're going, being pulled, toward the light, and they're like, you just feel this overwhelming warmth and unconditional love, and you don't want to come back to this restrictive, feeling of this life. And that is like this realm, you feel a taste of the unconditional love from the other side, and there's this beautiful spaciousness that we can have, this place of bliss, and just quiet, just this place where we don't feel all that chaos and the fear of the world. And you can have that here. So this gratitude for being able to come to the eye of the storm and come to this space is definitely this, beautiful way we can have gratitude toward that. And then we're going to look into what we can grow, or what medicine from these crystal medicine oracle, how that will help us, or how we can grow from that, moving within and raising our vibration to that place of unconditional love, so we can hear those messages from the other side. And I'm not surprised. I mean, Pisces, you are one of the most spiritual and spiritually connected and psychic, intuitive signs of the deck, because you're the last piece of the deck there. In fact, that was like the last card before you went into a whole new section in that other book. It's like you are where, like, Aquarius is kind of known to have 1 foot in on Earth and 1 foot in heaven. Pisces is like almost both feet in heaven. They're just like, you prefer the spiritual world than the physical world, right? So I'm not surprised that this is all about, get to this place of quiet, raise your vibration to that vibration of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, and you can hear all those communications, and who has a message for you, and what are they saying, right? I'm also going to make a turkey out of these cards as we're going. This is going to be the body of the turkey. It's going to be the head of the turkey, and I know they're almost the same size, but we're going to say it's a perspective thing, and that the turkey's head is closer to you. That's what makes the body seem, smaller than the head, or the head almost the size of the body. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, Creator, for our Pisces that chose tricky number 1, what medicine do you want them to be aware of, or what can they grow through this gratitude of this beautiful spaciousness, this place where they can connect to the other side? Yeah, makes sense. Transformation. You've got the snake medicine, and also the sheen obsidian. You can see that there, the crystal. And this is card number 31. So this is a beautiful transformation, the shedding of the skin. Again, the endings and new beginnings. Whenever you see the snake eating its tail, it's about the end of a cycle and a new beginning. That's what transformation is all about. You get to let things go, let fears go, let all those things that it talked about in this card that were impacting you. All these skulls, all these memories, all the energies you're investing in the past, you can transform those into something higher. And I love how, excuse me, even the colors of these, it doesn't show up quite as brilliant, but the tone on this one is like the colors in around the eye, this eye of the storm here, which this almost looks exactly like an eye as well, right? An eye of the storm. So wonderful synchronicities there. And let's see what medicine comes with this card. More details on that. So it says you've been drawn to this card today to highlight that you're currently in the process of a powerful transformation. This energy is available for you at this time to expand and awaken something in your life to a new level of understanding, existence, and consciousness. And this can include you. It's a great opportunity for you to let go of the things that don't serve your highest good and delve into the deeper sense of yourself. In these important times, life as you know it can be shaken up and you can be greatly challenged. Transformation is a huge part of personal growth and awakening, and it's not always comfortable. However, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the blessing. You're encouraged not to fight this process, but rather to allow it and surrender to its powerful medicine. Have you felt a deep stirring in your soul that things don't seem the same? Have you been guided to look at some old belief patterns that are no longer serving you? Are the ways you used to do things not working for you anymore? And are you in a state of chaos and not sure what is happening? Have you been putting your energy into a new project and asking for guidance or a sign that this is the right path? Is any of this you? If so, the universe has heard your prayers and transition is at hand. Instead of viewing the current time in your life as being frightening and negative, look at it as a powerful opportunity for positive change. It would be a great time for you to meditate and bring in some personal ritual that will inspire and keep you centered and balanced. Remember to seek assistance if things get too much for you, as there is huge power in asking for help. You're birthing a deeper part of yourself, so let go and enjoy the ride. I love it. And then you have the snake medicine here. And the spirit of the snake has been understood by the ancients as a powerful medicine to assist in times of transformation and healing. And when the snake shows up in your life, it's a true blessing and a sign that your life is undergoing a metamorphosis on many levels. At this time, you can review the old ways of being and make room for the new aspects to come on in and integrate fully and deeply. Snakes dislocate their jaws and swallow life whole. They also completely shed their skins and birth into a whole new body. They can teach us the sacred wisdom and knowledge of this potent transformation of letting go. Snake medicine also teaches us not to run from the pain, but to embrace it and transform it into power. Snake allows you to connect to the trauma held within your body and offers an opportunity for deep healing to occur on emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical levels. Snake is also a symbol of power and connection to the Kundalini and life force energy of the universe. So it's time to embrace the medicine of the snake. Beautiful. The sheen obsidian, that also invokes a state of transformation. It assists in the letting go process, and it does represent empowerment. So if you're drawn to do so, you can go and search on the internet, sheen obsidian. You don't have to purchase a crystal to gain the access to its energy and to its medicine. Simply looking it up on the internet, looking at pictures of it, putting that intention to investigate and see what other energies or what other people mention, whatever you're drawn to on the internet, what other messages there might be for the crystal for you, for your life. But this is beautiful. It makes total sense here. Coming to the, like I mentioned, coming out of chaos here, and that's exactly what we talked about. Coming in out of the chaotic storm, coming to this place, being thankful for the center of the storm that you can come to any moment, any time by your choice when you're ready to feel that place of peace. Intentionally raise your vibration and focus on unconditional love. And that allows this transformation to happen within you, because when you're out in the chaotic storm, you're in that fight or flight, you're in this place of fear. And so you're out of your mind, literally. You're in the reactionary mode, and you're not able to calmly think and to do internal shadow work, internal transformation. So if you come to this middle place and are grateful for that ability, then you can have this transformation in your life. Now we're going to dig into a little more here. We're going to pull some cards from these Everyday Tarot. And these are going to be the feathers on the body of our turkey here. All right, Creator, for our Pisces that chose turkey number 1, what else would you like them to know? Okay, got 2 there. That one there too. What else? Okay, you got that one and that one. All right. So, yep, you got the 10 of Cups here, and Cups are our emotions, and this 10 of Cups is this beautiful, it's just like all your emotional fulfillment that you've wanted. You've got the partnership and the children in the house, and, it's like a rainbow. It's beautiful, beautiful, abundant feeling in your life, just feeling overjoyed and full. And that definitely is what comes when you have this transformation, as you connect to that place of unconditional love inside, like it was talking about. Yeah, you see all those things that no longer serve you. You're letting those things go. You're looking at those ways that you used to define your worth and define your happiness and define abundance and success. And you're transforming that, and you're seeing it from a different perspective. You're like, yeah, all those things that were supposed to fulfill me out there, they didn't bring me the joy they promised. They didn't bring me the fulfillment they promised. None of that. And so, that's that chaotic storm, that place of disappointment, right? And when you come to the middle and you connect to your higher place, you get that unconditional love that's coming in. And then that is what you've been searching for all along, and that just transforms the way you look at everything, and it definitely transforms your feelings. Yeah, because here's the 5 of Cups. So exactly what I was saying, the things of the world that were no longer, serving you, you partook of them, and now you're looking at it and you still feel empty. You feel loss, you feel disappointment, you feel let down. But what's beautiful is behind you is these 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups, for me, represents your connection to your higher self. It shows that there's 2 of you on this journey. You have your human self and your higher self, your spirit self, which is a powerful, supernatural spirit being made of unconditional love. And when you take time, we definitely come here to experience this empty feeling, the opposites of what we are, so we can fully understand more of who we are. And so when you consciously turn around, then you can go across this bridge back here and you go to the palace, where you do have all this abundance. Everything that you could ever want and need is there, right? So let's take a look and see what else we have here. King of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, but it's also your spiritual energy. And you can see it's the fire element. He's got the fire burning in his hand there. But the king, being the very top of the spiritual energy, for me, this represents your higher self, the powerful, royal, spiritual being that you really are. He also has the ability, and I say he, king, but, it applies to whether you're male or female or however you identify. The king has the ability to focus its energy, to focus all that beautiful, love, unconditional love within itself, and it can focus its drive and ambition very, specifically to a direction. It's also because kings all have a fire element to them. They have that fire, that ability to inspire. They have the ability to, move things and make movement. This is really about, making sure that you're making that movement. And not really making sure that you're making that movement. That doesn't come across the way I want it to. It's about that you just know that you have the ability to move things in a direction. Whatever you focus on is what's going to grow. And so with your magic wand that he's holding in his hand, that staff, he can command things to grow in his life, including the, fear, the outside storm that's out there. If you focus on the storm grows in power. If you focus on the bliss and the inner peace and the unconditional love, that's what grows in your life too. Yep, and here you have the moon. It's beautiful because the moon, this is very much water energy, which you totally relate to. You love swimming around in your water, and being in the emotional realm is no surprise to you. It's nothing scary for you because you've been swimming in it all your life. But the moon energy is beautiful because this is about connecting to that higher realm, connecting to that higher place. The high priestess in the major arcana, she goes into her temple, gets into that quiet place, and then she's able to connect to the higher realms through that moon energy. So she very much, connects to that divine feminine, to that beautiful love, to that the comforter that we have. We have the mother and father of all things. Our creator has many sides to itself. The divine mother is that beautiful, this beautiful place that you can come to. It's like, sitting on the lap of the divine mother is this, beautiful place there. Excuse me, just a quick sip of coffee here. Thank you. Just have a frog in my throat that didn't want to go away. It's kind of hanging out. So it makes total sense here too, the Empress. So this is all about the divine energy. This is all, about birth of new things, creativity, intuition. I mean, she's very much, a lot like the high priestess, I'm sorry. But she brings you this little vessel here, and you can see the star on top of there. This reminds me of the star card, which is the water bearer, and they bring the living waters. So has the living waters in her hand. She has that fulfillment. She also, feels whole and complete. Mother Nature. It's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. It's taking care of you. Again, the moon and the Empress, very much mother energy, right? It's very much this feeling the embrace of a unconditionally loving mother, and just being, in a bubble of love, with her protection. And that definitely reminds me, of this eye of the storm here, knowing that you have this rebirth, birthing new things, connecting to the higher realm. This is all about this transformation card here. And of course, when it was talking about taking time to connect those loved ones on the other side, because you definitely have the ability. The veil is very thin for you right now. And you can usually communicate very clearly with them anyway when you choose to go into this quiet place. But this is really a big message for them, to connect to the divine mother side of the creator, the comforter, which if you're in Christianity is the Holy Spirit, right? So connecting to the Holy Spirit, connecting to the spirit realm, because there are so many beings of unconditional love and light there that want to speak to you, that want to give you their love, and they are always speaking to you. They always hear you, but for you to hear them, you do got to raise your vibration up to where the frequency they're at. All right. And then lastly, we're going to pull two cards here from these Sacred Creators Oracle. And these are going to be the beak for the turkey. All right, Creator, for our Pisces, that shows turkey number 1. What's your final message for them for this reading here? Okay, there's 1. Okay, and they wanted that bottom one there. Yep, so you've got accept and receive. Beautiful. Card number 24, which number 6 is the mother card, or the parent card, which totally makes sense here. And then you have cut the cords of doubt. And that's card number 42. So you got 24 and 42. So a 6 again. Beautiful. I love that. All right, so we'll read the accept and receive first. So it's time to accept and receive, sweet Creator. Learn to graciously open up to all of it, the praise and the compliments, love from others, help when it comes, and unusual or unexpected support that confirms the universe is opening up for you. Receive it. You are worthy. Know that it may not look exactly as you imagined it would, but rest assured its arrival is imminent. As you move toward your dream, look for serendipitous encounters with people who already know the way and remain open to the idea that accepting an imperfect, short-term situation is not the same as settling for less than you deserve for the long haul. Beautiful. Sometimes the most potent magic can be found in the unplanned pit stops. When we try to control exactly how the universe delivers our wishes, we can miss the small miracles that arrive in their stead. Be open to receiving remarkable alternatives and suggestions, and an extraordinary outcome that is better than you imagined it could be. Ask yourself, can I do, be, have, love, or live better? Challenge yourself to accept and receive more for your beautiful creator self. I love it. And then these come with questions too, which help get to the core of, what the energy that the card's trying to bring to you. So it says, what do you need to receive more of in your life? Are you allowing others to help you? How easy is it for you to reach out and ask for a helping hand? What type of person would you love to meet today? And how could they help you on your journey? Beautiful. I love it. Yeah, definitely being open to receiving. I kind of feel like a lot of this transformation here, and we talked about worth over here too, is, feeling worthy to receive, being worthy to hear, being worthy, is this transformation. You're going from feeling you're a blue light special clearance rack, your worth is based on a retail price of what you're worth to others, and it's transforming to connecting to this higher place where you realize that you're priceless and that you're unconditionally loved, that you are royalty instead of, that you're, worthless, right? Because you have cut the cords of doubt. It says, doubt can taint the most beautiful of circumstances or change a trajectory by keeping it unnaturally constrained. It can be an incessant tether, like an anchor, and it may be getting in the way of something you've been thinking about doing. So this card is a wonderful sign to take a risk on your brilliance. It assures a journey of success and freedom, and it whispers of pure potential when you embrace your true nature, right? Connect to your higher self. Your desire, your essence is like a phoenix, rising from the constraints of its old form, or like an angel rising up to the heavens. When you let go of your anchors and are unbound by the gravity of fear, right? The fear, you will easily see which shackles, habits, or beliefs need to be released first. What's weighing you down, creator love? It's time to let go and release sadness or anger, guilt or shame, and to exhale doubt and inhale love. Spread your wings and glide home, because the whole of the universe supports this radiant rising of your spectacular spirit. Yeah. And so this card shows a phoenix rising from the constraints of its old form, an angel rising up to the heavens, or a fey creature who is not bound by the gravity of doubt. And what do you see? Let me show it to you. So beautiful. The constraints. I kind of feel like a kite that has been let go instead of being held down. So we all will see something different, right? And when you get its bird's eye view of your shackles and see exactly which areas of your life weigh you down, which cord needs to be cut first. So beautiful reflection on that here. Definitely a beautiful message of transformation. It reminds me of the transformative power of Scorpio, which they start off as a scorpion, then they, it stings and reacts, then it moves into a snake, which a snake, it still needs to be respected because it can still, strike you and has venom. But it also grows and releases its old skin and grows more, releases old skin, and it continues to grow, right? And then it transforms into an eagle, which an eagle, you're able to rise above and see things from this higher perspective. You still swoop down and protect those things that are important to you, but then you're able to swoop back up and see things from a higher perspective. And finally, it does transform into a phoenix. So, with the snake here and the phoenix here, and I don't think it mentioned an eagle. I thought it did, but maybe it was just in my head. But, it definitely has this beautiful transformational energy that is appearing in your life here. So beautiful, beautiful. Be grateful for that eye, that place of calm that you can come to. Just knowing it exists is huge. Being grateful for it and knowing by your will you can move into it. Raising your vibration, raising it so you can hear from the other side. And they will take you step by step through a transformation if you'll listen and allow them to help you, right? All right, I'm going to leave the reading there. I also like to let you know that in addition to these readings, I do monthly zodiac readings for each zodiac sign, also weekly like element readings, like fire signs, water signs, etc., new moon, full moon readings, just a variety of readings throughout the month. So if you want to be included in those and not miss them as the energy changes and as you have messages come out to you, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this little notification bell pop up, and when you click on that, then you'll get notified when those new videos come out. So easy breezy. All right, just know that I also love you dearly, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care. All right, my Pisces, if you chose tricky number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from these wild unknown archetype cards. And we're just going to see, first of all, what the Creator wants you to know about gratitude, what you could be grateful for, and then we'll look into what you can grow through that gratitude. All right, Creator, for our Pisces that chose tricky number 2, what do you want them to know about? Okay, gratitude. There you go, boom. And you got the fault line. And so let's take a look here and see what energy comes along with this one here. There we go. So this is the fissure, the crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. Uh-oh. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful, intense, and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There's no easy fix for the situation at hand. It would require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. I love it. In Japanese, I'm going to murder this, kintsugi, it's Kintsugi. In that pottery, gold is used to mend cracks. So breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. So if there's a crack in like a pot or whatever, they put gold in the seam instead. So they would fill this in with gold, which is beautiful because they celebrate those changes and those cracks instead of saying that there's something that shouldn't be, right? It says it is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisit it. The time to heal is nigh. So now is the time to heal that. When in the light side of this energy, then you redefine your reality and things break open for you. When you're in the shadow side of this energy, then you feel precariousness. You're pretending, you're in delusion. So to go deeper into the energy of the fault line, they recommend dancing to Bob Dylan's "Everything Is Broken" song. So dance, dance, dance. But I love this. So what can you be grateful for? Be grateful for the fault line. Be grateful for the changing, for the shifting, for the newness that's coming, because the old foundation is not where you wanted to live. It's not where you wanted to remain. This fault line is coming. It's kind of like this tower moment, and it even looks like a lightning bolt. In the major arcana, you have a tower with this lightning bolt going, and it's this movement, this removal of something from your life that's no longer serving you. And if you are in tune with spirit and you're listening, you're instead of being in a place of fear, you're in a place of unconditional love and peace and joy and laughter at the frequency of spirit. You can hear them, the countdown for when the fault shifts or when the tower moment happens, and you can actually make the movement on things first, so you don't have to experience the shaking of like the earthquake or the lightning shock treatment of the lightning bolt coming for the tower moment, and you can step out of it and move it. But the gratitude is the huge piece here, being grateful that things are being changed for you and that the change isn't happening to you. That's the big lesson of the tower, for me anyway. So we're going to, of course, dig more in here, and we're going to build a turkey out of these cards as we're going. This is going to be the body of the turkey here. And then these crystal medicine oracle, these are going to be the head of the turkey. And I know they're almost the same size. So it's this perspective thing, the turkey's head is closer, so the body, it seems like it's almost the same size. But so it's all perspective, and you don't have to humor me. You can be like, Danny, that does not look like a turkey. And it's like, that's okay. In my mind, it does. And that's what's important for me. You don't have to agree. I won't argue with you because I understand it may not look like a turkey to most. All right. So we're going to see here what, for Pisces that chose turkey number 2, what medicine do you want them to know about, or what can they grow through this change in the fault line here? Okay, this is the one right here. Yep, angels and spirit guides, upper world medicine, and it also has the angel light, card number 2. So yeah, definitely this is the change in your world from a focus on the earthly world. The number 2 brings so much in for me too, and especially with angels and spirit guides here, because the number 2, like when you get the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Cups and 2 swords and 2 pentacles, for me it's all about understanding that there's more than just this human character that you're playing on this earth, that the actor behind this character is the real you, the true you, the higher self you. This is still a tiny piece of you that broke off and to forget who it is, to experience the opposites for us. So it came here on purpose for a purpose, which I'm sure will come out a little bit here. But just remembering and connecting to that bigger part of us, that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. This is that being that's there, and this joining together, and that helps connect you to your spiritual world, to that whole posse of individuals. I mean, you have the creator, you have spirit, you have your guardian angels and your spirit guides, and you've got your loved ones who've lived here that are already back on the other side, your ancestors and unicorns and fairies and leprechauns, whatever you believe are those beings of unconditional love and light. You have a huge just sea of support that are constantly communicating with you, constantly talking to you, and it's beautiful. So we'll look in here. I'm going on and on. I love the spirit world. You just get to feel that unconditional love of the other side when you connect and raise your vibration to that higher place. So you have attracted this card into your awareness today as a sign that your angels and guides are reaching out to you from the spirit world. Throughout your life's journey, you have spirit guides and angels guiding you from the other side, offering you love and support. It says in times of need, they're always offering it to you, but we only really reach out to them in our times of need, at least in the beginning, right? Have you been praying for guidance? Are you feeling lost and not sure which direction to take? Have you asked for healing and are not sure what to do? Have you sensed a presence around you and are not sure who it is? Please know that your angels and guides are currently with you more than ever, and they have your back. They are constantly sharing their love and wisdom, and it's time for you to slow down, tune in, and feel their nurturing presence, and to hear their wishes of love. Okay. These powerful beings are a higher aspect of yourself, so open up to this powerful wisdom of your own soul and higher self. Make sure to take some time in meditation to connect deeply to this energy and know that your prayers are being answered and you are never alone. I love it. The upper world medicine. The upper world is one of the three major spiritual worlds the shamans visit to receive messages and healing. It is the home of all the higher vibrational beings. So to journey to this world, you must enter into a deep state of meditation and set an intention to travel to the upper worlds. Shamans would call upon their power animals to guide them in these worlds and then allow their spirit to rise to the higher planes of existence. Celtic shamans would enter this world through the tree, knowing that the upper branches delivered them into the higher realms. You can also enter into the upper world by imagining you have wings and are flying or are in a hot air balloon. As long as you journey upwards, you'll be able to get there in whatever way works for you. The upper world is a non-reality world that resides in higher vibrational planes. So when traveling there, it's best to relax and trust the process and allow your intention to guide you. When you're in the upper world, you can expect to meet angels, ascended masters, spirit guides, light beings, and all souls of the higher angelic energies. It's time for you to connect to this world and receive wisdom and healing. Love it. And angel light aids you in connecting to the higher realms. It acts as a conduit to receive messages from your angels. It also assists in receiving healing from the angelic realms. I actually have some angel light here, which they kind of picture in there, but it's a beautiful, and it has beautiful energy. And I'm going to put that'll be the little thing that hangs from the turkey's neck there. But we'll access that energy, and you don't have to buy an angel light, stone. You can tap into this energy of this stone that I have here, or you can search on the internet and look at pictures of it, research it, and that intention that you put towards that allows you to access that energy and the medicine of the angel light crystal as well. All right. Well, I am loving this. So definitely the gratitude for the fault line and for this transformation, this removal, and shifting in your life allows you to shift and see, connect to your higher self and your higher world and access this whole, like I said, this whole support team that you have on the other side that are totally, like I said, they've got your back. All right, well, we're going to pull some cards here from the Everyday Tarot to see what else the Creator wants you to know about this gratitude and growth from that. And these are going to be the feathers on the body of the turkey. So Creator, for our Pisces that chose turkey number 2, what else would you like them to know? Okay, got those and those. What else? Okay. So So you have, Nine of Swords. So here comes the shifting. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindset, your attitudes, your expectations. And this is called like the nightmare card or the insomnia card, because all these expectations, all these things, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, all these things that are keeping you up at night, or giving you nightmares, you're almost to the place of exhaustion where you're ready for this shift. You're ready to move out of that, chaotic world of disappointment and stress and anxiety and fear, sadness, all those fear emotions. If it's not of unconditional love, then if you get to the root of it, you're going to see that it's a fear of some sort. It's a fear of being unlovable if certain things don't happen, or what does this mean about me if this thing doesn't unfold this certain way. This is all about getting to the root of those expectations. And I love the fault line. This is what the shaking of the world. It's the shaking of all these small t truths, all these opinions of the outside world. Like I said, all those things that you hear, this is how you should be. This is how you should feel. This is how this is supposed to happen. This is what these people are supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to feel. All that pressure, all those opinions that you took on your entire life from the outside, and you didn't know any better. None of us do. As children, we just yum, 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 everyone's opinion. We just eat it all up and make it our own. And even they're contradictory. We're like, oh, it's okay. We'll make it work out some way. We'll act this way in front of them and act this way in front of them. And hopefully we don't meet all up, So it's this transformation, this letting go of all these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve you. They brought you the stress, they brought you the experience that you were looking for back then, but now you're going into this big transformation. Yeah, here you go, the Magician. Here's your infinite self. The infinity is simply here. You're bringing in this energy from above down into the earth, and you have everything that you need within you. You've got all of the emotion, all the thoughts, all the energy and the magic and everything in the outside world that you need. You have it all inside you. You're the manifester. Anything that you focus on grows. So yeah, if you're focusing on all these expectations and these nightmarish situations and these fears, they grow. If you focus on the upper world, unconditional love, everything you're grateful for, that grows. That's the power that you have. You've got your magic wand in your hand and you have the ability to do it. I was like, you have this fire hose attached to this, fire helmet on your head, and wherever you look is where all that, the flood from the fire hose goes. So if you go look over there and go, why is that growing? Because you're looking at it, look elsewhere. You look over there and like, oh, okay, that's growing instead. That's your power. And that's the message that comes in here for this for you. Yeah, and here you go, Knight of Swords. So you carry the Ace of Swords here, and your Ace of Swords, this is all about your, it brings you the capital T truths. It allows you to cut away those truths that no longer serve you. And the Knights are all about action. So I love this showing up for you after this one appeared, because this shows that when you connect to this higher place, that you are able to make movement on your thoughts and beliefs and your way of perceiving things and your way of looking at things in your life. So that is a beautiful card for you, because, again, this is movement of thought, movement of belief, the fault line, that's happening, the tower moment, things are being removed, and you're open to receiving the new wisdom, the higher wisdom, the capital T truths that happen there. Yeah. And then you have the Emperor. So this is two sides of the Emperor. The one side, which, relates very much to this Nine of Swords, is, the loving Emperor starts off, he cares about his people. He comes up with laws and ways of doing things so that everyone can be, thousands of people can live close to each other without killing each other, or at least limiting it, so things are put into place so that everyone can have, beautiful relationships and beautiful lives and create wonderful things together. And that's the loving the loving creative emperor part of the card. But then it twists and the human side comes into play, which then it's about, fear sneaks in. It fears, what if I get out of control? I need to make sure I have control. I need to make sure I maintain power, and I need to gain more power, and I need to take power from others. Then that becomes the dictator. That becomes, the tyrant, right? And that's what brings in all these expectations, and where it becomes overwhelming, where we feel suppressed instead. And so this card is bringing that awareness between the two, the ways of this suppressive, conditional world that makes you feel limited and powerless and small, but connecting to this loving creator, emperor, who is all about showing you how limitless you are, how powerful you are, and give you that unconditional love, right? So that is that information there. Yep. And then beautiful. So connecting to this higher place, it definitely makes sense that you feel this Nine of Cups. Cups are your emotions, and this feels like I feel whole and complete, and like all my wishes come true, and it's all happening inside you. You're here by yourself, and getting all this fulfillment because of how you're connecting to the upper realm there. So totally makes sense there. But beautiful. I love the energy that's coming in here for you. And lastly, we're going to pull two cards from the Sacred Creators Oracle, and this is going to be the beak for the turkey. It'll just be the final message for you for this reading. All right, Creator, for our Pisces that chose turkey number 2, what's your final messages for them, please? Okay, there we go. So you've got, external validation. That is this Nine of Swords energy for sure. That's card number 50. And then you've got, bravely market your magic. Magician, right? Love that. And that's card number 39. So let's see what messages come with these for you here. Yep. On one hand, external validation can build you up and give you the encouragement and support to continue. Positive external validation whispers, "We love it, continue, we want more." It can be wonderfully supportive and reassuring and offer glimpses into what's possible for the future. In this way, external validation can be a driving force for your success. Yet on the other hand, it can be terribly addictive and become far too important if you give it too much power. It's important to learn how to tune it out in order to tune in to your own vibe and creative north. This is especially true when others don't understand your vision or when you're doing something totally new. The absence of external validation can be a creativity killer if you find yourself unable to move ahead without it. It's time to know thyself and to rely on your own acumen and intuition as you decide something's value. Yep, definitely turning inward here. Accept the positive when it's there, and in its absence, be your own cheerleader. Allow your own potential to inspire you, and tune out the noise of external validation whenever it's not gifting you joy. Throw a headset on, light a candle in your heart, groove to your favorite drum beat, and relax. Your unique gift for seeing the world in your unique way will guide you. Yeah, and also, connect to this huge cheerleading team you have on the other side too, knowing you're never alone, and that, that external validation is unstable and wishy-washy and conditional, right? But you got this unconditional love and support on the other side, where they have nothing, no ulterior motives for themselves and for their own power. They are totally in your corner and have your back. So, also remember that. And these do come with questions that help you get to the energy of this. It says, when do you rely on someone else's opinion And whose perspective is the most important when there's a difference of opinion? How can you use external validation as a way to market test or perception check without relying on it for inspiration? How can you learn to be your own compass? And when is your optimal time to seek a second opinion? Is your current situation, in your current situation, you must have the only voice that matters. What does your heart say? Love it. Yep, definitely turning inward instead of outward. This is that, with these swords, this 9 of swords, it's like all those shoulds and those opinions. What do I mean to other people? That's retail price. But when you turn inward for your definition and you turn inward for your worth and what things mean, connecting to this unconditional love especially, you realize how priceless you are and how priceless your journey is, and you live from your heart with passion instead of live for external validation and fear that it's going to be ripped away from you, right? And then bravely market your magic. So what biz or life project are you working on that you feel compelled to courageously cast out into the world? Spiritual misfits, philosopher poets, soulpreneurs, and creative catalysts. Bravely market your magic. It's your gold. And that's hilarious because, when it talked about the gold filling in between the cracks, right? This magic is your gold. And as gold, it's fascinating and compelling. And people can't stop looking at it when it's shining from your heart. When you draw back the curtains and expose the true colors of your soul, it's blindly brilliant and beautiful. Make no mistake, someone out there is looking for what you're offering, and they will be thrilled to find you when you're honestly sharing your unique magic. Unveil your weird, your wonderful, and your quirky. It's normal for it to take a few years to find your way and to build your dream. So don't be hard on yourself if normal happens. Have patience and faith. Even when it feels vulnerable, share of yourself honestly and always put your soul into your message. Not sure how to share your magic? Your unique essence and humanness is the right place to start. And also connecting to your higher self. Ask for signs, ask for ideas, ask for ways. And one of the questions, I'll read the questions that come with this too, but one of the questions that helps me find my north in my life is asking myself, how do I uniquely want to share the unconditional love in my heart with the world? You don't want to regurgitate and copy other things. It's like, how do you want to show and express that to the world? Be you. Show your quirky, your wonderfulness, your uniqueness, right? And the questions here, so many creators start their journey from a place of total passion and authenticity, and then slowly move their brand or their vision of what's possible towards something they believe to be more of a sure shot. Are you playing it too safe when you put yourself out there? What is your magic? What have you been hiding? What is missing in the way you express yourself online or in person? Love it. Yeah, definitely. The 3 of Pentacles pops into my mind for this too, because for me, the 3 of Pentacles, it shows someone doing their mastery work, doing what they love and their passion. And the one card that I love, it shows one person looking toward them, the other person's behind them. And for me, what Spirit showed me is these are the people, the naysayers that are like, oh my God, you're going to do what? Blah, 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 blah. And we know we already know, that kind of negative energy, we don't let that in. We don't allow it to be, impact us. We try not to anyway, right? And we're like, yeah, we know that's obvious. That's what will drag us off of the course of living our life and showing the passion and expressing that the way we want to. That's obvious. We're like, yeah, but this person actually has even more influence on us. This person, like it mentioned, the wow, I love that, what you're doing. And oh my gosh, this is great and fantastic. And you're like, you love that. That's that external validation. And it talks about it can become dangerous, right? Because they might hold more power over us than the naysayers. Where do you know? We already have a wall, like a shield built against these naysayers. But these ones, they can go, oh, I really love what you're doing. Have you ever thought of doing it this way? And we're like, we love that validation. We can be addicted to the praise. We can make it such a important part of our inspiration that we move off course because we don't want to lose that validation. We don't want to lose that praise. So we will alter our course out of fear of losing that, right? And so that can be more powerful. And so I really felt like that kind of energy with this as well. So there you have it. Yep, nothing more to add to that. I love this. So this change, this tower moment, this movement and shifting in your life, grateful for it because you get to fill your cracks in with this beautiful gold, and it's going to shine so bright as you connect to your higher self and that entire other world that people are not going to be helped but to look at you and go, wow, it's beautiful, it's bright, it's shiny, we love it, right? Right, so I'm going to leave the reading there. I want to let you know, too, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly zodiac readings and weekly by element readings like fire signs, water signs, do new moon readings, full moon readings. So I put a variety of readings out throughout the month. So if you want to not miss out on those and make sure you get the notification of those, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button down below, and then that's going to make this notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, then you'll get notified when those new videos come out. So easy breezy. All right. Well, just know that I also love you dearly, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care. All right, my Pisces, if you chose tricky number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from these Wild Unknown archetype. And these are going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about gratitude or what you can be grateful for. And then we'll look into how you can grow through that gratitude. All right, Creator, so for our Pisces that chose tricky number 3, what do you want them to know about gratitude? Or what can they be grateful for? What do you want them to know? Okay, I feel like this one right here is wanting to be heard. And you've got the Anima Mundi. Look at all that activity in the middle there. That giant star and all those symbols of all the planets and that person sitting in the middle with a star face. I love it. A lot of beautiful energy here. And yep, and there it is. Open right to it. In the I think it's almost the end of the book there. Yep, it's the last card, which makes sense. You are the last sign in the zodiac. This is the soul of the world, all that is. So Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate in the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi, if I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. But that is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. Wow. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the world card in the tarot, tarot deck. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. Yeah, so definitely the completion of a cycle, of a major cycle, and a new beginning coming, a whole new movement into this unified feeling, this unity, where differences fall apart, where divisiveness falls apart. So you definitely, gratitude for this amazing existence that is possible, right? Because I feel like we might be in the outer skirts of this, with the chaos in the world the last couple of years. We're all kind of drawn out into the storm quite a bit, but it's coming back into this again. I feel like this is the eye of the storm, this place of unity. It's a lot like reading number 1. So if you didn't listen to number 1 and you were thinking, number 1 or number 3, I might do the number 1 turkey or number 3, you might go look at the number 1 turkey as well. But I really feel like this gratitude and thankfulness that there is this place that we don't have to remain in that duality and that division, that we can come to this unified place of unconditional love in the middle. It says the embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, to anyone, day or night, rich or poor. It's a process of unveiling of unveiling our resistance to its love. So yeah, it definitely shows that, because when we're in the light side of this energy, then we're tending to the sacred details of life. When we're in the darker side of the energy, we're overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. And to go deeper into this energy, there's some alchemical drawings of Anima Mundi. So look into those. It's the life and paintings of Hilma af Klint. So Hilma, Hilma, and then in a space, and then AF space KLINT. So if you feel drawn, check that out as well. But I love this. So what can you be grateful for? What gratitude can you have? Again, it's this being grateful for experiencing the division, being able to witness that chaos, but gratitude that knowing that everything unfolds for a purpose, on purpose, and you can come back to the center, come back to this. And I really feel, because the sun is in the center of all the planets as it's going around this orbit as well, and there you are in the middle. Again, that star, the real you, the higher you, is there. All right. Now we're going to, of course, dig more into this and see what can grow from that awareness and that gratitude for that unity, and that it's available there, and experiencing also, like I said, the chaos of the outer planets. And we're going to create a turkey as we're going along here with these cards. This is going to be the body of the turkey. This is going to be the head of the turkey, and I know they're almost the same size, so there's a message of perspective here that the head might be closer to you and the body farther away. So that's why the head seems almost as big as the body. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, Creator, for our Pisces, that shows turkey number 3. What medicine do you want them to know through these crystal medicine oracle? Or what do you want them to know what can grow through this gratitude? Okay, there we go. Yep, and you got cleansing. You got the feather medicine there, as well as the black tourmaline, which is that crystal there, energy, number 6. Yeah, definitely, if you want to check out reading number 1, because that had 6 was a very important number for that too, because that's like the mother number, and the like parent number was the divine feminine, the divine parent feel to it. So definitely I feel like this. So strong message. If you didn't check out turkey number 1, I would, if you feel it resonates, definitely check that out. So cleansing, this sacred medicine is shown up for you in this reading as a sign that it's time for a cleansing on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. Just as it is important to cleanse our physical body when it gets dirty, it's also important to cleanse your energy bodies. The human system contains a sensitive chakra system and an auric field made of energy, a field that can be sensitive to other vibrations. Have you ever experienced a feeling of walking through a crowd and suddenly your mood has changed, or of walking into a room and you sense an uncomfortable feeling? What's happening here is a sensing of the feeling of the thought forms and energy of others, which can be held in our own field and cause confusion and imbalance. Have you been feeling flat or burnt out, unmotivated, or simply just not feeling yourself? Your energy may be stale or heavy, or you may have had a recent disagreement with someone and not seen eye to eye with them. These are strong signs that you're taking on energy and it's time for a purification. This can be done with a simple cleansing process, working with medicines such as sage, black tourmaline, salt water, natural waterways, meditation, dance, singing, sound, food, plants, and much more. Many ways to cleanse. You're being encouraged to take some time to cleanse your chakras and your aura with whatever medicine you feel drawn to. This process can be simple yet very powerful, and after your cleanse, you'll feel lighter, more energized, clearer, and balanced, and have a deep sense of yourself and your own energy again. You'll feel totally refreshed and renewed. It makes sense, like we're talking about. If all this division and all this chaos in the outside world, you've taken along a lot of it, it almost feels like, you can kind of look at this as, this is you in the middle. And all the energy that was coming in, it feels like all this stuff is orbiting around you, and you can cleanse that. So I love that perspective that they just showed me there, because being grateful that you can come to center and push out all that stuff out of your orbit to where you don't have to feel all those emotions that you're taking on from others, all those opinions on how you should feel, all those opinions on how people are feeling, and feeling like you're attached to it, feeling like you are the one responsible for other people's emotions and their choices, and you're not. You get to cleanse yourself of that. You get to get all that stickiness out of your orbit. You have the feather medicine here too, and feathers are a sacred medicine tool of shamans and healers. They've been working with their powerful medicine for thousands of years and understand how to utilize their gifts. Each feather has its own spirit and medicine to share. So if you've come across feathers lately, I'm definitely know those didn't come your way by accident. When the shamans work with the sacred feather, they honor the bird and call in its spirit, embodying the energy of the bird and transferring this medicine through the feather. Feathers are also used as tools for cleansing the energy field as they invoke and call upon the element of air. Feathers are a symbol of protection and hope from the angelic realms. When you see a feather, it can also be a sign from a deceased loved one. Feathers have a sense of magic to them and have come to you today as a sign. What message are you getting from the sacred feathers? So, definitely, if you, like I said, if you've come across feathers in your life, not only are they very powerful for your cleansing, but it's also a sign of a loved one who's on the other side, letting you know that they're with you, and that energy, that love energy, can also help you, transform and cleanse your energy field. Black tourmaline cleanses and protects the energy field, the crystal. It's great to have around any electronic devices as it dissolves the negative energy coming from those items. And it's one of the movers and shakers of the crystal kingdom, and it dynamically shifts energy. So if you're drawn to that, you can definitely search for it on the internet. And you don't have to purchase a black tourmaline to access this energy. Just seeing pictures of it, researching it to see what other energies that it brings and other impacts it have on your life. Just putting your intentions out and seeing those allows you to access the medicine of those. But if you're drawn to it, I'm like, don't let me stop you from purchasing one, but you don't have to. I just want to let you know that. All right. We're going to dig in a little more here with these everyday tarot and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about this. Gratitude for this ability to step into that unity, into that beautiful, protected energy field, and this cleansing that can happen, this growth that you can happen. And these are going to be the feathers for the body of the card turkey that we're building here. So Creator, for our Pisces that chose turkey number 3, what else would you like them to know about this? Gratitude. And it feels like that one there, this one here, and that one right there. So you got the 5 of Swords. And swords are your thoughts, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. So it's all about, your approach to things in life. The 5 of Swords has this message of, you can see like this person is walking away, right? So your thoughts and your beliefs, you've had this even talked about if you've had disagreements with people, right? This shows that you stuck to your thought and your belief and were, or someone did, and either you were hurt or someone was hurt by your expression of your beliefs and your thoughts. So like it mentioned, like this disagreement, this is what that represents here, that you have this energy that's stuck in there because of you were like, I wanted to be right. I didn't care who got hurt from it, right? Because you needed to be right because this is my belief, and if this isn't true, then I feel scared, right? And so out of fear, you went into defensive mode, or you went into attack mode. If someone expresses an opinion and you disagree with it, you try to Zorro it down, put your mark on it and slice it down and slice it to pieces and go, you're wrong because of this and this and this and this and this. And so you were right, but then they walked away because their feelings were hurt, or you were in the opposite place where you just expressed how you felt about someone and someone just attacked you and sliced you and diced you, and then you were like, oh my God, and you walked away feeling defeated and feeling hurt and or angry and resentful. All that energy is what is flying around in there that we can cleanse. Yep, because here you go, the Wheel of Fortune. And I love this message here because the Wheel of Fortune, and it is a 10, so that's endings and new beginnings, which I also love. But there's this beautiful message that comes with the Wheel of Fortune, and that is before you came down here, because you're like, why do I experience all this stuff? Why, do I have all this chaos and this storm in my life? And just know that it's on purpose for a purpose. Because before you come down here, your soul, your higher self, meets with the Creator and Spirit, your whole posse of support team. And it's like when you go play a video game, you decide when you're going to enter the game and when you're going to be done with the game, what avatar is going to represent you. So you pick what you're going to look like, what family you're with, what your strengths are, what your opportunities are, what your weapons are. Like when you start out playing a video game where you choose your character. So you chose that. And then you choose everything you want to experience and grow through in your life too. So you have all these fated events and all these fated things that are going to happen in your life. And we want to experience that because our soul wants to experience what it might feel like to feel powerless, to feel limited, to feel small, because in experiencing what it's not, it understands more fully what it is. So it goes through all these growth experiences, so it feels all this myriad of emotions that are rooted in fear, in opposites of what we are, shadows of what we are, throughout it all. But what's beautiful is, even though there's all these fated events and circumstances that are going to unfold in our life, in each and every single one of them, we still have our power of choice. We get to choose what story we put around those circumstances. We get to choose what emotion we're going to feel during those. Am I going to choose an extreme emotion of fear or an extreme emotion of unconditional love or something in between? And I always get to choose it. There's no wrong one. I'm here to experience. So I get to choose each of those experiences as I go through them. And the beautiful message of this card is when all this stuff happens, when all these things come into our orbit, they're happening for us. They're not happening to us. And so we make this transformation from a place of drama, where whenever there's a drama, there's a hero, a villain, and a victim, right? So we move from this victimhood into this victor place, understanding that all this drama was happening for me, it wasn't happening to me. So it's this beautiful understanding that comes from this cleansing. As we push those things out, we understand, and we can see them further out and understand that they're happening for us. And we may not, while we're walking on this planet, we may not understand why a particular thing happened, but we know it's happening for us to experience something, right? And so when you go about it that way, then you walk in a whole different way upon the earth. Yeah. Because here's the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles is your outside world. She's in this beautiful garden, so she's feeling like she has all her abundance, all her fruitfulness. She's in the garden by herself, so she's feeling this abundance independently of anything else. And you have your little feathered friend here, which is your connection to spirit, and feathers, right? this feather energy. So they're helping you and guiding you and helping you cleanse, understanding how life is, happening. And you got all these wings on here too, in all the four corners. So definitely you have this feeling of all that. Yeah. And here's more. Seven of Swords. And this is beautiful because these are all your thoughts. You're, again, like this. Five of Swords. Here's your Five of Swords. Here's two swords you're leaving behind, and you're realizing, okay, you're letting things go that are no longer serving you. You're allowing these thoughts and beliefs that you've been holding on to for so long that you're feeling you need to defend. You're letting those go. Oftentimes they're like, this is deceit and thievery, and so be careful of, there's some mistruths that are out there. But for this reading, I really feel like this is coming to your face to show you how are you deceiving yourself? How are your thoughts and your beliefs deceiving you and, bringing in this chaos? Because it's your thoughts and beliefs that bring the chaos. The world just happens out there. But the story, like we talked about with the Wheel of Fortune, what story you apply to that is what determines how it's going to impact you, right? And so this is I'm bringing those to you. And I love that it's like you're leaving things behind because it's starting to, like this cleansing, you're starting to let those things fall away. Yeah. And then you have the Hierophant, which is a beautiful card. It's very much about your spirituality, and there's two sides of the Hierophant. One is that, it's the kind of religious leaders, the organized religion, the people who master themselves over spirituality. And in the beginning, they wanted to join together to be able to, because they know in groups you're able to accomplish a lot. And so it started off in a very loving way, but then the human fear pops in, and the control and manipulation, and because they fear, if I'm not in control, people are just going to go wild, so I need more control, I need to maintain my control, I need to take away their control. It can be very suppressive when it comes to your spiritual beliefs. They have all these gates of, nope, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, nope, only certain people can go do that, or this is the exact way that it has to happen. And so there's these gates that keep you from moving into your spirituality, but you have the key that's being handed to you here, which means that you're being given this opportunity to open up gates and to go into spirituality in places that you felt you couldn't go before, either because you didn't feel you were worthy, or you were told it's evil. Like doing cards here. I grew up in the Christian faith, and this was thought of as evil and of the devil. And so when it kept calling out to me to do it, I had to go through this, as we used to call it, a come to Jesus moment of, I'm like, God, why do I have this desire for that? And why is it keep coming across my path? And the Creator, showed me, it's like a knife. A knife can be used for surgery to help save someone's life, or to cut someone free from being bound, or to chop up, vegetables to make stew, or it can be used to stab someone and hurt him or kill him. But it's the person who's wielding it, right? And so I was like, oh, okay. So the Creator allowed me to see that any tool that a person uses, it depends on their intention and what they're using it for. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And so that's the kind of thing that can happen in your life where you felt restricted. It's like, instead of listening to the outside world and have these thoughts and these beliefs, then that is what, unfolds. And I keep on seeing that, this is the 5 and this is the 5. And so this could have been like a spiritual kind of interaction where it's like, no, that's not my belief. And so it's this clash of, spiritual beliefs that could have caused some pain for you or for the other person. So I'm loving this transformation, though, this beautiful cleansing that's coming, because that'll, like it says, it puts you back in tune with your true loving spirit and your true higher self, and releases you from all of that flack that's in your force field. Right. And then lastly, we're going to pull 2 cards from the Sacred Creator's Oracle. These are going to be the beak of the turkey, and your final message from the Creator for this reading. So, Creator, for our Pisces that chose turkey number 3, what's your final message for them, please? Okay. What else? Okay. So you've got card number 60, which is Creator Alchemy. So definitely that Creator energy here. And unstick the stuck. That's card number 46, which is 10. Yeah, so 60 is 6. We got a 6 here too, but that is the 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune for endings and new beginnings. So let's read this Creator Alchemy. And it says, you are a powerful alchemist, and you are ready to transform the ingredients of your life and make your gold. You're about to step onto a timeline of great potential where there's a window of opportunity to engage in your own evolution. Use your Creator Alchemy to refashion offbeat skills or to rethink unusual experiences from your past, and that will become relevant again. These fleeting moments offer quintessential creators like you the power to activate dormant DNA, change your awareness of self, and experience a profound inner change. Some call it ascension, others call it a frequency shift, and others perceive it as a neurogenesis, epigenetics, or upgrades in consciousness. As you blend past and future, your creator core is ready to level up and draw inspiration from this upgrade. Try to remain on your highest vibe over the next few days so you can take advantage of the potential. Co-create willingly with the Creator and Source, and watch for unusual or eccentric illuminations to seed the way. Changing matter into creator gold will be anything but business as usual. Yeah, so I love that. This cleansing, this movement of this, raising your vibration, getting back, moving out of the fear noise into the higher vibration of unconditional love. And these ask questions as well that help identify things. So this is, have you been tracking the ideas and wisdom that you've been downloading from Spirit lately? It says you're a badass creator. You've been alchemizing your experiences for a while now. So what's holding you back from manifesting the big dream? Do you need more support, more technique, more guidance, more determination, more faith, more passion, more energy, more certainty, more knowing, or What ingredient will speed up your transformation? So I love that awareness. So a lot of great questions just to understand how you're using your energy and what you feel is missing, or what you feel is stuck. Because now you have the unstick the stuck, right? All these swords that are stuck in you. So it's a time to burst through the confines of the current pattern that you've got going on. This may be an overall sticky pattern that you're experiencing, or it may be showing up in one small area of your life. Either way, it's time to dust away stagnant energy and give things a fresh glow. No more stalling. And I love that, because I think I did talk about, the stuff that's stuck in your energy field, and this is unstick the stuck. If a situation, a relationship, an expectation, or an unwanted responsibility weighs heavily on your heart, or if the dense energy of habit is making you feel like you have limited control over your circumstances, it's time to look at the relationship you have with your rut. Is it so familiar that it feels like it's part of you? Or could it be serving you in some sneaky way? Sometimes our ego accepts the rut because it keeps challenges, fears, and possible failures at bay. Remember that you always have a choice to find the tools, the help, and the energy you need, right? Power of choice, like we talked about with that Wheel of Fortune. Every moment you get to choose. Unstick the stuck to welcome your momentum and the willpower to achieve. Commit to one idea in action and usher in a dynamic trajectory for your future. And the questions for this card is, your body is not trapping you. Your family is not trapping you. Your luck is not trapping you. Your life circumstances are not trapping you. What excuses are you holding on to? What is it that's got you stuck? Modern life can be so over the top that it can cause a traffic jam of epic proportions. Could you be missing cues that you're tired, exhausted, or needing rest? Or having a cleansing, definitely this refreshing to come up here. So definitely this clutter feeling, there's so much in your orbit, but being grateful that you can come to the center, that you can, with your power of choice, cleanse and move things out of your orbit and move away from that. What's keeping you stuck and feeling limited? This is beautiful ability. This alchemy is your ability to transform anything in your life into something new. I love this message though of that fear, all these fears of holding yourself back. You've got the keys, you have the information, you have this beautiful message that life is all happening for you. It's not happening to you, so you can transform your energy and be grateful for what you're going through and see what you do have in your life. Focus your energy on that instead of what is missing, because when you focus on missing, that grows. When you focus on what is, then that grows. Like this Nine of Pentacles. Be in your garden, feel this abundance, feel that you're not alone. You've got all this feather energy going on. So definitely a beautiful, beautiful transformation is available here for you if you want to get unstuck. So I'm going to leave it at that. Also want to let you know that in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings by each zodiac sign. Also, each week I put out by each of the elements, like fire signs and water signs. Each week, and I do new moon and full moon readings, just a variety of readings I put out throughout the month. So if you want to be kept abreast of those energy changes and any messages that might come up for you, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below. That'll going to make this little bell icon pop up here. And if you click on that, then you'll be notified when those videos come out. So easy breezy. All right, well, just know that I also love you dearly, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.